Hi guys, welcome to class. So in today's class, we are going to cut a crop top and a pencil skirt, but this skirt will be high waist and it's for a plus size. So if this is something you wish to learn, kindly stick to the end of this video. Kindly like also and subscribe. So I'm going to use this to design the neck. I just use this to design the neck. So this is the lining. It's a cotton lining that I'm using, and this is cotton stay for the skirt and the crop top. And this is the Ankara we are using. It's 4 yards of Ankara. I'm not sure I'll use everything, but the hand will take fabric. So let's start today's class. I've gone ahead. I'm going to type out our measurement on the screen. However, I'm cutting the skirt first. If you notice, if you've watched my tutorial before, you will know that we don't cut the front of our skirt the same with the back. I mean the hip, when you want to cut a pencil or a fitted skirt, because of the bum area. So what we are going to do, the hips of this person is 46. So I want to separate the front hips from the back hips. And how do you do that? You are going to measure your hips, the circumference of your hip. You are going to add 1 inch. So for this person, her hip is 46. So I added extra 1 inch. That will make it 47. You see that 47, you divide it into two. So when I divided mine, I divided it into two. That means two, half for the front, half for the back. So now that front, you are going to remove 1 inch from what you divided. This is what I mean. Her hip is her hip is 46, right? Her hip is 46. So I've gone ahead, I'll add one extra 1 inch, we'll make it 47. So this is our new hip measurement, 47. That 1 inch is very good for ease, so that it will not be too tight fitting. So that is 47. Now I want to separate this 47. I want to divide it front and back. The first thing I want to do, I will divide this my 47, I'll divide it by 2. So I will divide my 47 by 2, divided by 2. I got 23.5. Now for our front, so that means half of our hip is 23.5, the other half is 23.5. If we join everything together, it will be 47. However, there's no bum at the front. Our curviest part is at the back. So what you want to do for the front part, I'm going to remove 1 inch for the hip. I'm going to remove 1 inch for the front part. That 1 inch I removed, I will add it to the back when we are cutting the back. So please just pay attention. If you get it, it will be easy for you to cut fitted skirts and with both allocation. So now my 47 hip circumference, 47 divided by 2, I got 23.5. So I want to measure for the front. So I will minus 1 inch from that 23.5 minus 1, gave me 22.5. So since this is the front and is on fold like this is the front part and is on fold. So I'm going to divide this 22.5 divided by 2. So my new hip for the front, my front hip is 11.5 on fold, 11.25 on fold. Do you understand? Please, if you don't understand, rewatch it. So my new hip is 11.25. Let's keep it aside. Then our front hip is 11.25. Then our back hip, when we want to do it, it will not be 47 divided by 2. We got 23.5. That 1 inch we remove for the front, you add it now plus 1. So now give us 24.5. So you now divide it into 2. So that means our back hip is 12.25. Our front hip is 11.25. There's a difference of 1 inch. Please don't forget. There's a difference of 1 inch. So now that we've gotten that, we've known the other measurement are straightforward. It's a high waist pencil skirt for you plus size. So now let's start. The first thing I want to do is to take the length of our skirt. Before you do that, you are going to measure 2 inch, because you are using lining. You use lining to turn it, so you are going to measure out 2 inch. That's what you are going to use to turn the skirt. So I've measured that 2 inch. So now I'm going to measure the full length of our skirt. The full length of the skirt is 24.5. However, there will be a band of 2 inches, so everything I will measure now will be 22.5. I've removed 2 inches for band, so the full length will now be 22.5. It's a high-waisted skirt and it's for a plus size client. So now, since it's a plus size client, her normal waist to hip curve is 8 inches. But since the skirt will get to her waist, her waist to hip curve now will not be 11 inches. So we are removing 2 inches for the band. So I'll start my measurement from this 2 inches. So I'll now measure 11 inches. Normally, assume it's a normal waist, it will be 8 inch. Normal skirt, it will be 8 inches. So this is our hip line. This is our hip line. Then our upper hip, you come up by 3 inches. So 10. So this will be our upper hip. If you've not watched tutorial on how to take accurate body measurement, I'm going to link it in this video so you can watch it and know how you get your upper hip. If you can get it, your skirt will not be having a when you finish sewing it. So this is our upper hip, this is our waistline, this is our hip line, and this is our full length. Now we're going to impute our waist measurement. The waist is 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches. I'm going to add extra 2 inches for allowance and all that. Then our hip line, our upper hip is 45 divided by 4 is 11.25. You are dividing it by 4 straight up. 11.25 for our upper hip. You add extra 2 inches, so it's just exactly here. Our hip itself, front hip, is 11.25 also, then plus 2 inches. So this is it. So you just curve it in. This is for the front. Now, in order for it to pencil, some people might go taking 2 inches for it to be really pencil, but me, I'm taking in 1.5. Place will be 11.75. Difference of 1.5. You can make it 2, but if it's more than that, it will be difficult for you to walk. So you just curve everything in. Use your hip curve and curve it in like this. This is how it looks, and we are good to go. So you can now cut it out. Can you see it? So now it's time to use our front to cut the back. I'm gonna have to fold our fabric into 2 again. So you're now going to place the front on it. Make sure the down part is well aligned, and make sure you leave at least 4 inches space here. You will know why we left it now. So after making it align well, you are now going to extend all these lines. So you are going to measure the distance. What you got? You got 11 inches here, then 8 inches here. Extend the lines to the So now that you have done that, that extra 1 inch, remember that the difference between the front and the back is 1 inch. So you are going to come to your hip line and come out by 1 inch first. Come out by 1 inch, connect it to the waistline, then you come down by at least 6 or 5 inches. You connect it down. So let's do it now. Look at what I'm saying. This 1 inch, connect it. Can you see it? So you've created your bum bum. So now you remember that we said our front hip is 11.25, our back is 12.25. Let's actually measure it now. You see that it's 12.25. Can you see? So our back hip is 12.25. So it's from this line you're going to measure your zipper line for the back. So this curve, it will curve into the bum. So when you wear the skirt will sit very well. So now you are going to come out by whatever allowance you need for your zipper. I'm using 1.5. By the time I turn it with line it, I'll be left with 1 inch, 1.5. So all you have to do is to just connect it. Can you see it? So our skirt is ready. So all you have to do now is cut it out. Now, if this is the first time you are doing this butt allocation method, you might be confused. So the in order not to be confused, just notch this place so you will know that this place is the center back. So you not mistake it for the hip side. So I've notched it, so, and I'm done. So I'll keep it aside. Now let's cut the blouse. So I've gone ahead off camera to rule out 1 inch, because I'm going to put lining on the crop top too, so I want to turn it. So if you are not putting lining, you can ignore this, but 1 inch. From there, the length of our crop top is 18 inches. It's not supposed to be this long, but she's busty. So by the time the bust raise it, it will be normal. So this is 18 inches. Now I'm going to ahead to go and I will impute the shoulder. The shoulder is 16.5. That's divided by 2 is 8.25. Now from here, I'm going to measure 8.25 here again also. So I want to get our chest line. Our chest line is our bust divided by 6 plus 2 inches. So our bust is 43 divided by 6 plus 2 inches gave me 9.2. So I'm just going to come down by 9.2 inch. So I'll just roll it across. So I'm going to extend this shoulder line 8.25. I'll extend it here. So you just connect it. Now that you have connected it, it's time for us to do our shoulder slope. For the front, you go in by 2.5. This is universal. You go in by 2.5, then you come down by 1 inch. This is for front, the shoulder slope. So you connect it. Now that you are done, you are going to measure the whole of this place. Is 9.2, right? So you are going to divide it by 2. That will be 4.6. For the front, you go in by 0.75 for only the front. So on the chest line, you are going to measure your bust divided by 4. So our bust divided by 4 is 10.75. So I'm going to add half inch for ease. Please, this is not my sewing allowance. This is half inch for inch. So I'm going to add 1.5 for sewing allowance. So I'm going to use the same bust measurement for the waist. It's a crop top. It's free. So our bust divided by 4, 10.75. So that's what I'm going to use to do this place. However, I'm not adding half inch for ease here because our waist, so that it will be roomy. So I'm just going to go ahead to add my 1.5 sewing allowance and connect it. Can you see it? So this place is just smaller than this place with just half an inch. So it's okay like this. So now the next thing I want to do on this neckline, like I'm going to go in by 4 inches for the front. I'm going to also come down by 4 inches. I'll just connect it 4 by 4. This should do the trick. So I'm going to connect my armhole, connect it like this. Now that I'm done, can now cut. I'm going to cut out half an inch here for zipper, for shoulder, so that the top will not be shortened. So I'll just trim it like this. I'll still keep my half and 1 inches. Can you see it? So now, in order for you, in order to give you issues when by the time you are turning the lining, turn this place in by 1 inch before you cut it. Do you understand? Just fold this extra 1 inch, fold it up like this, then you now cut it. If you don't do it like that, when you are turning it with lining, you see that one side is bigger. So 1.5. So this is our front now. So I'll keep it aside and cut the back. So from the midpoint, you measure 3 inches out. Measure 3 inches out. So now from here you are going to measure the length of your uh, blouse, which is 18 inches. Your shoulder divided by 2, 8.25. 8.25. Measure your chest line, 9.2. So you just connect this place. Can you see that? So now the next thing you want to do for the back, our back is usually higher than our front, so you are going to come down by 0.75. You know, for the front you came down by 1 inch. This one is 0.75. You're coming down by 0 point. From here you go in by 2.5. Is universal. Then you create your shoulder slope. So after doing that, for the neck now you go in by 4 inches. You come down by 2 inches, or 2.5. Let's make it 2.5. Connect it. Do you understand? So now on your chest line you impute your bust divided by 4, 9.75. Impute it. You may get the midpoint of this place, 4.6. So for the back you are coming in by half an inch, not 0.75 inch, half an inch. So you connect it like this. So that's the difference between the front and the back. So now you are going to add your half inch for ease and 1.5 sewing allowance. So for the waist part you do 10.75 plus 1.5. You are connect it. Now let's go to the waist. I want to add zipper to it. So the first thing you are going to do, you are going to go in by 1 inch. I want to eliminate the zipper bulge. So you connect this one, you connect it to the neck slope. Do you understand? So now your new line for where your zipper is starting is this line. Don't use this line anymore, this slanted line, because our back is not straight, it's slanted. So I want my zipper allowance to be 1.5 inch. So I'll just measure 1.5 inch. Please ignore this line now. 1.5 inch. So now you replace this 1 inch you took out here, you replace it here. So you place in 1 inch here. Then this shoulder, this chest line is half an inch. So replace it here. So after replacing it, you now connect your new line. Can you see it? So if you measure it now, like this place is 0.6. Can you see it? So connect it. So everything will blend. So you can now cut it out now. So I went ahead to reshape the neck. I want you to know it's a plus size. So I reshaped it. So this is it. So now I'm going to cut lining for everything. Then I'll come and show you how it is going. So now after cutting the lining on the down part, you use the lining by 2 inch. Exactly, we added to the length of the skirt by 2 inches, so we are reducing it by 2 inches, so that by the time you are done the lining will be underneath the skirt, the lining will not be coming out. So I'm just going to cut it. So whatever I do for this part, you do it for the other side of the skirt too. Then notch this place too, so that you will not mistake where the center back is. Now that you are done, I'm done with the back. I'll go ahead and cut lining for the front too. Then I'll also cut lining for the blouse. So see the front part, it's shorter by that 1 inch we had there, it's shorter. So by the time I'm done, it will come in by half an inch. Do you understand? So our lining will not be showing. So you do the same for the other side. So this is the back, this is the front, then this is the skirt pattern. So this is where we are going to stop for today's class. So next time we are going to do a video on how we're going to stitch it together. Kindly like, subscribe to this channel and share this video. Bye.